Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cavalier Field. It is the A's and Game Day Angels, Game 4 of the series. The A's currently down in the series, 1-2. Last night, a tough one for the A's, a 12-0 loss. A game that saw one big inning really doom the rally for the A's. The Angels came in and scored 7 in the third inning. That would pace the Angels for the rest of the game, as the A's, for the first time this season, were shut out, did not score at all. So it is the A's and Angels going at it tonight for Game 4. So in this series, the A's won the first game going back to June the 17th to begin the road trip in Colorado at a 13-8 decision in favor of the A's. The A's turned around then on Monday, the 20th, and dropped that game to the Angels 4-3. It was a game that saw the A's take an early 1-0 lead, and the Angels would come back, take a 4-1 lead, and the A's were able to get runners on, just not able to capitalize and take advantage, and would drop that game 4-3. And then, of course, last night's game, 12-0 in favor of the Angels. So we are set for tonight's matchup to finish the league series with the Game Day Angels. That's where we are at this point. So the A's have already concluded the entire series with the Colorado Springs Outlaws. They won that series 3-1. And tonight will be the deciding factor in the series between the A's and Game Day Angels. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for today. Starting for the Game Day Angels, leading off in right field is number 7, James Harbison. Batting second, shortstop number 6, Caleb Albaugh. Batting third, second baseman number 3, Drew Sackett. Batting fourth, first baseman number 11, Peter Goldie. Batting fifth, center fielder number 7, Noah Vogel. Batting sixth, the designated hitter number 8, Van Hodges. Batting seventh, third baseman number 4, Joe Fender. Batting eighth, catcher number 21, Aiden Finnegan. And batting ninth, the left fielder number 47, Connor Camden. Starting pitcher for the Game Day Angels, wearing number 33, Hunter Beindorf. So that is the lineup for the Angels, and let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for your Dodge City A's. Leading off, playing center field, number 10, Roberto Gonzalez. Batting second, designated hitter, number 8, Jacob Klanovsky. Batting third, third baseman, number 9, Brendan O'Sullivan. Batting fourth, second baseman, number 7, Tyler Toby. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Arubiel Duran. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 22, Kyle Morrell. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 24, Ryan Davis. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 27, Angelo Zazzarino. And rounding out the lineup for your Dodge City A's is shortstop number 2, Andrew Ramirez. Starting pitcher for the A's is number 13, William Roberts. So for the A's, from left to right, out in the outfield, it is Zazzarino, Gonzalez, and Morell. Around the infield, it is O'Sullivan, Ramirez, Toby, and Davis. And then the battery for the A's, Roberts on the mound and Rubiel Duran behind home plate. So that is your lineup for your Dodge City A's. I know that the league website has not been updated over the weekend. Coming into this contest, though, I could tell you that the Liberal BJs were still leading the conference. Your Dodge City A's were in 5th place at 6-7 in the conference. Drop that one, so there is now, I believe, an extra game of separation between the A's and Angels. So the Angels come into tonight's contest 10-6 overall. The A's now 9-13 overall. So that is a look at our lineup and our standings as we are right now. We're going to step aside as we are preparing for the national anthem. We'll be back with first pitch shortly after the top of the hour. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome into Cavalier Field. It is game time between the A's and Angels. Game 4 of this series. The A's hope to tie this one up. We're ready to go. First pitch from William Roberts is thrown down at 7:02 p.m. and it is fouled off for a strike. We're underway. Pitch misses for a ball. So the Angels back in their navy blue tops. Same uniform as last night. The A's in their green tops, white letters outlined in gold. So 1-2 the count to James Harbison. That pitch outside and evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch up high and a full count for the leadoff batter, James Harbison. Payoff pitch is popped up high into the air, and Tyler Tobey calling for it, and out number 1. So unlike yesterday, the leadoff runner does not reach for the game day Angels. So that will bring in Caleb Albaugh. First pitch to Albaugh has sent a line drive right back at the shortstop, Andrew Ramirez, and quickly 2 away. For the game day Angels. So unlike last night, the Angels got their leadoff runner on in the first, stole over to second, and then strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Pitch into Drew Sackett, called a strike, and quickly down in the count, 0-1. One and two, the count now to Drew Sackett. And in all but the 7th inning last night, the game day Angels had their leadoff runner on. Pitch is fouled off to the third base side, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. A completely opposite game for the A's. The A's did not even have a runner on until the 4th inning. That pitch down low for a ball, so 2-2 the count now to Drew Sackett. Pitch is sent out into left center field, digging for second is Sackett, and he'll be in safely. Double for Drew Sackett as he flies one out into left center field. That will bring in Peter Goldie.
Next up, first baseman, number 11, Peter Goldie.
Goldie last night's game. Technically 1 for 2, was walked on 3 different times. Takes the first pitch he sees for a strike. Pitch inside, misses for a ball, evens the count at 1 apiece. Much different evening here at the ballpark for the A's. Roberts delivers. That one bounces in the turf just ahead of home plate for ball number 2. Currently 93 degrees, feels like 94. Wind blowing from the south at 26 miles an hour. So unlike last night where it was almost dead still, a good wind tonight. 2-1 the count to Peter Goldie. Drew Sackett. Big lead off of second base. Throw over to Tyler Tobey covering and not in time. Pitch in. Called a strike and evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch down and full count again to Peter Goldie. Ball hit on the ground to third. Throw over to Ryan Davis at first in time, and that will end the inning for the Game Day Angels. We are headed to the bottom of the first. It will be the top of the order with Roberto Gonzalez, Jacob Klanovsky, and Brendan O'Sullivan due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off in the bottom of the first for the Dodge City A's is Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been a staple in the leadoff position, and rightly so. He's a speedy individual. Get him on, and there's a strong likelihood that he can steal. So as Gonzalez leading off, he will face Hunter Beindorf. Beindorf throws in. This is for a ball. The A's have not faced Beindorf yet in this series. Second pitch catches the inner part of the zone for a strike. Beindorf delivers inside and brings the count to 2-1. A 2-1 delivery right through the legs of second baseman Drew Sackett, and the leadoff runner is aboard for the Dodge City A's. Something, if we want to make comparisons to last night's game, did not happen for the Dodge City A's. The A's did not have a runner on, and it was a leadoff runner until the fourth inning. And won the strike, or the count to Jacob Klanovsky. Finnegan pops up, looks down at first, chases Gonzalez back in, and evens a count at 1 apiece to Jacob Klanovsky. Pitch catches the inner part of the zone and brings a count to 1-2. The A's in last night's game had just 3 hits, but also committed 4 errors. That pitch hit out into right field. They're going to roll all the way to the warning track, and the speed of Gonzalez thought about waving him home. And it is a stand-up double for Jacob Klanovsky. Now runners in scoring position for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Brendan O'Sullivan. I made the comment about the wind earlier in this game. Cavalier Field here in Dodge City faces south to north. And there is a strong breeze blowing out of the south this evening. Ball's elevated. Can be wind driven. First pitch to O'Sullivan catches the inner part of the zone for strike number 1. The A's with nobody out in the bottom of the first. Pitch hit on the ground, gathered in by the shortstop, throw to first in time, and out number 1. More importantly, that is an RBI ground out for Brendan O'Sullivan. So the A's leading this game now 1-0. And that will bring in Tyler Toby. So runner on third for the Dodge City A's with 1 out. Toby, the cleanup hitter for the Dodge City A's. First pitch he sees is driven on the ground to the third baseman. Hitting right at him, and no play to be made after he pops up with it, and that scores another. So the A's now leading 2-0. Runner on first now for the A's, and that brings in a Rubio Duran. Duran caught in last night's game and is catching tonight as well for the A's. First pitch he sees from Beindorf is outside for ball number 1. Second pitch is down, and the count now 2-0 for Duran. Pitch elevated and inside, ball 3. Pitch right down the middle of the plate and brings the count to 3-1 for Duran. Runner on first and only 1 out. Toby goes, and he will be in safely and overthrown to second. So Toby advances to third. A throwing error from the catcher for the Game Day Angels. So a called strike for Ruby Duran and a throwing error . Moves Tyler Toby to third. Payoff pitch from Beindorf. Duran fouls it off up and over the press box. We'll do the payoff over again. Beindorf delivers. That one's fouled off again just to the right of the press box, and Ruby Duran taking Hunter Beindorf for an extended at bat. 8th pitch of this at bat coming for Duran. Beindorf set, delivers. That one fouled off and out of play again. 4 straight foul balls. No, sorry, 3 straight fouls for the catcher Duran, and that one high and inside and hits Duran, and it's a hard way to get a runner on, but the A's will take runners however we can get them. That pitch was up high and actually hit Duran in the chest. And the A's will send Izzy out as the courtesy runner for Duran. That brings in Kyle Morell. Morell hasn't been in the lineup for a while for the Dodge City A's, but takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Second pitch he sees called strike. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Kyle Morell last played in the lineup. He sends a high fly ball going out into right center field. Throw in to first is not in time, and that will score Tyler Toby. The A's now with a 3-0 lead. Will bring in Ryan Davis. Davis will step in to face the righty Beindorf. A's leading this game 3-0. 2 away and runner on first. First pitch to Davis is a ball, and catcher Finnegan popped up, looked at Duran at first, and threw back to pitcher Beindorf. Duran goes. Overslid the bag a little bit. Or sorry, that is not Duran, that is Izzy running for the A's. In safely at second. Overslid the bag a little bit, but still in safely. 1-1 the count now to Ryan Davis. So the A's showing that they are going to put pressure on a big swing and a miss, and that will bring the count to 1-2. Israel takes off, a swing and a miss. They'll say it was fouled off, and Izzy will return to second base. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Pitch catches the outer part of the zone, and Davis a little upset with himself after that one, but nonetheless, the A's take a 3-0 lead headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We are headed to the top of the second. Let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank our Grand Slam sponsors: the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Keel Enterprises LLC, Lewis Automotive Group, Lauren Dahl, and the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas. We'd like to thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. William Roberts back out for his now second inning of work, as Noah Vogel steps in to face the righty Roberts. Vogel takes the first pitch he sees. It's hit on the ground. A foot race between Vogel and Roberts, and one pitch, one out for the Angels. That will bring in Van Hodges. Hodges steps in to face Roberts. First pitch looked like a curveball toward the outside, and ball number one. 2-0 the count to Van Hodges. Hodges now on the count at 3-0. Hodges struck out in his first at bat last night. Got on a ball. Walked on again, hit a double, and then grounded out. 3-1 the count to Van Hodges. That one's hit down the first base line. Davis calling for it, and now out number 2 for the Game Day Angels. Brings in Joe Fender. 2 outs now for the Angels, and only 1 hit to show for it so far in this game. Fender, the DH last night for the Angels, takes the first pitch he sees for a ball tonight. Fender ground out, got on an error, struck out, walked on, and then walked on again. The base on balls was not the friend of the Dodge City A's last night. That pitch low and inside at the feet of Fender, and the Angels have a runner aboard. So that will bring in Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan did not play in last night's game. He's the catcher for the Angels tonight. Finnegan, another person that is familiar with Cavalier Field, having played the last season with Garden City Community College. Garden City, a town just about 50 miles to our west. Finnegan will take the first pitch he sees from William Roberts for a ball. Second pitch in, catches the inner part of the plate, evens the count at 1 apiece. That one misses just outside, and now 2-1 to Aiden Finnegan. Just fouled off and will even the count at 2 apiece. Robert set, delivers. That one catches the inner part of the zone, and that will end the inning for the Angels. Finnegan goes down looking. We're headed to the bottom of the second. It is Angelo Zazzarino, Andrew Ramirez, and Roberto Gonzalez due up for the A's when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Angelo Zazzarino leads off for the Dodge City A's and takes the first pitch he sees and grounds out from third base to first for out number 1. So that will bring in Andrew Ramirez, and Ramirez takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. Second pitch, a little bit low, but over the zone for strike number 1. Sends that pitch through the gap, and Andrew Ramirez is aboard. So that will be back to the top of the order with Roberto Gonzalez. Runner aboard for the A's and only one out. Gonzalez got on an error his first time up. Gonzalez takes the first pitch he sees for a strike and quickly down on the count, 0-1. Gonzalez facing Hunter Beindorf out for his second inning of work. Evens a count at 1 apiece. There's a pitcher starting to warm up in the Angels bullpen. Time is called, and Gonzalez will step out. Steps back in. Foul that one off. Bring the count to 1-2. A's leading this game 3-0 after scoring 3 in the bottom of the first. After going 8 scoreless innings last night, the A's break that trend, trying to score more here. 2-2 now the count to Roberto Gonzalez. Curveball left up high, and that will bring the count full. Payoff pitch from Beindorf. Swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Roberto Gonzalez, and now 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Jacob Klanovsky. Klanovsky doubled his last time up. Klanovsky getting set for his at bat. 2 away for the A's. Runner on first. First pitch to Klanovsky is in for a ball. One-0 delivery. Just caught the end of it with the bat. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Klanovsky sends that pitch on the ground over to third. Throw to first is in time, and that will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the top of the third. A's leading 3-0. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off in the third is William Roberts. Now out for his third inning of work is Connor Camden. Camden takes the first pitch for a strike. And now down in the count quickly 0-1. Roberts delivers just a bit outside and evens the count at 1 apiece. One to the count to Connor Camden. He'll call time and step out. Camden opting for the knickers look tonight with his pants and the stirrup socks. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Roberts delivers, swung on and missed, and one away for the Game Day Angels. And we are back at the top of the lineup with James Harbison. Harbison, the right fielder, a member of the 18U team that the Angels brought up to fill in some gaps due to injuries and players taking some vacations. He will face Roberts for the second time. Flew out the first time up and takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. So William Roberts sends that one in and bounces just in front of the plate for ball number 1. William Roberts making his 5th start for the Dodge City A's, having pitched 18.1 innings so far this season. Harbison will send that pitch out into left center field, and Roberto Gonzalez there to gather it in, and now 2 away for the Angels. So that will bring in Caleb Albaugh. Albaugh flew out his last time up. Roberts last pitched against the Hayes Larks, a non-league game back on the 25th of June. A 3-inning outing, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 3 and struck out 3. Roberts comes into tonight's matchup with a 6.873 ERA. 1-0 the count to Albaugh. Pitch outside and 2-0. Roberts last pitched against a league opponent, the Fort Collins Foxes, back on June the 18th, and a lazy fly ball just over the outstretched arms of Andrew Ramirez, and runner aboard for the Angels. That will bring in Drew Sackett. Sackett doubled his last time up.
Next up for the Angels, number 3, Drew.
William Roberts against the Fort Collins Foxes. That was a complete game going 9 innings. He took the win in that one. 6 hits, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 5. Pitch catches the outer part of the zone for Sackett. 0-1. A high fly ball hit out to center field, and Roberto Gonzalez is down. He hit hard on the wall. Roberto Gonzalez bounced off the wall hard, laying on the ground. And Coach Woodruff, along with Coach from the Angels, running out to check on Roberto. That high fly ball scored 1 for the Angels. Now the field umpire going to make his way out to check on Roberto. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with you once play resumes. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Roberto Gonzalez is up and appears to be okay as he's going to stay in the game. Took a while to check on him and make sure he was going to be all right, but we will resume play. Runner on third for the Angels, and the A's leading this one 3-1. Peter Goldie steps in to face Roberts. Grounded out his last time up, and now in the count, even at 1 apiece. One and two, now the count to Peter Goldie. That pitch hit at the field umpire. Hits the field umpire and careens off into into center field. That will put Peter Goldie on, but Drew Sackett will remain at third. Sackett wanting explanation. Runners on the corners for the Angels, and that will bring in Noah Vogel. Now the Angels coach going out to have a chat with the field umpire. Field umpire and home plate umpire going to have a quick conversation. We will resume with Noah Vogel stepping into bat. Runners at first and third for the Game Day Angels. Vogel takes the first pitch he sees and sends it down the first base line, but foul, and now down in the count 0-1. Vogel grounded out his first time up. Pitch hit on the ground, third. Throw to first, and Ryan Davis is in time, and that will end the inning. The Angels will leave two stranded, and we are headed to the bottom of the third. It will be Brendan O'Sullivan, Tyler Toby, and Rubio Duran due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off in the bottom of the third, it is Brendan O'Sullivan. And he will face a new pitcher. Jace Schlegel now on the mound for the Game Day Angels. O'Sullivan even in the count, or up in the count now, 2-1. As the Angels make the early call to the bullpen. A pitch up high, and 3-1 now to Brendan O'Sullivan as he grounded out his first time up. That one up high again, and a leadoff walk. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. So the A's, for the second time, have leadoff runner aboard, and that brings in Tyler Tobey. Tobey singled his last time up. Schlegel struggling, missing high. Swung on and fouled. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch up high again, and now 2-1 for Tyler Tobey. Tobey hits into what could have been a fielder's choice, but pulls shortstop Albaugh off the bag and turns into an error for the Game Day Angels. 2 runners on now, and that brings in Duran. That will be a throwing error charged to the first baseman. And the catcher, Duran, on safely with a bunt. The A's will put Izzy on as the courtesy runner. Nobody out with bases loaded to bring in Kyle Morell. First pitch Morell sees is a ball. That pitch down into the outside, ball number 2. Catcher Aiden Finnegan getting work in, trying to keep pitches in front of him. Morell fouls that one off, and now in the count at 2-1. Was the A struggling with errors last night? Tonight, the Game Day Angels already having committed 3 so far in this game. Schlegel delivers and swung on and missed, and that evens a count at 2 apiece to Kyle Morell. 2-2, nobody out, bases loaded. The A's could find themselves in a big inning. Pitch inside, and is now full count for Jace Schlegel to Kyle Morell. Another pitcher warming up for the Angels. The payoff pitch is out of the zone to walk in a run. The A's now leading 4-1. Ryan Davis will take the first pitch he sees, and throw over to first is in time, and out number one for the Dodge City A's, with the A's now leading this game 5-1. So a fielder's choice, and Izzy is thrown out at the plate. Runners on the corners now for the A's. So 2-0 the count to Andrew Ramirez. Runners on the corners. 2 away. A's leading 5-1. Ramirez hits to the third baseman, and that ball rolls out into the outfield. That will score one, and it will score Zazzarino from first as well. So the A's now leading 7-1. Matthew Sandoval now at bat for the Dodge City A's, taking over in the leadoff spot for Roberto Gonzalez. Runner at second. 2-1, the count now to Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval takes that pitch. It'll be a fly ball out to left field. Connor Camden there to haul it in, and that will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the fourth. A's leading 7-1. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. We'll take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Conant Construction LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Duke Energy, Edward Jones Melanie Harshberger, and Town Place Suites by Marriott. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So we are headed to the top of the fourth. The A's leading this game 7-1. And it will be Van Hodges leading off for the Game Day Angels. Hodges faces William Roberts out for his fourth inning of work, and Matthew Sandoval ranges in 1 pitch, 1 out, and 1 away for the Angels. So that will bring in Joe Fender. Fender was hit by pitch his last time up. Fender sends first pitch he sees down the first base line, but foul. Strike number 1. That pitch up high misses for ball number 1. Two and one. Now the count to Joe Fender. Tonight's game will finish the series with the Game Day Angels. Roberts delivers and fouled off and evens the count at 2 apiece. So tonight's game finishes the series with the Angels. The A's looking to split the series. And will travel to Liberal tomorrow to face the BJs, a non-league game. Pitch outside, and it'll be a full count for Joe Fender. One away for the Angels in the top of the fourth. The payoff pitch misses, and runner aboard for the Angels. That brings in Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan struck out looking his last time up. Finnegan takes the first pitch he sees and pops it up. Second baseman Toby calling for it. He's got it. And out number 2 for the Angels. So that will bring in Connor Camden. Camden struck out swinging his last time up. Pitch misses for a ball and throw down to first, but not in time, and now 1-0 to Connor Camden. Roberts delivers. A chopper down to third base, throw to first in time. That will end the inning for the Angels. We are headed to the bottom of the fourth. Jacob Klanovsky, Brendan O'Sullivan, and Tyler Toby due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off for the A's in the bottom of the third is Jacob Klanovsky. He takes the first pitch he sees and sends it out into shallow center field. A leadoff hit for the A's, and the Angels have gone to the bullpen again, and it is Nolan Biaggi on the mound for the Angels. So a leadoff single for Jacob Klanovsky, and Brendan O'Sullivan pops that one up. It is called for and caught by the second baseman Sackett, and out number one for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Tyler Tobey for the Dodge City A's. Runner aboard, one away. Tobey takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Nolan Biaggi on the mound for the Game Day Angels. A's leading this one 7-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Biaggi delivers. That one's popped up again and out into shallow right center field and caught by Harbison for out number two. So that will bring in Duran. Ruby Duran hit by pinch and then bunted safely his last time up. So the catcher Duran will step in to face the lefty Nolan Biaggi. Biaggi delivers and strike over the plate, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Now down in the count, 0-2 is the catcher Duran. Two away for the A's. Jacob Klanovsky on at first. Pitch comes back inside but misses, and ball number one. Duran, after last night's game, now batting .229 on the season, .288 on base percentage. That ball hit, but drops foul just outside of the baseline. We'll do the 1-2 over again. The Game Day Angels now on their third pitcher this game. Pitch misses. Catches Klanovsky stealing, and that will end the inning for the A's. That will end the inning, and we are headed to the top of the fifth. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We are headed to the top of the fifth. Let's take this opportunity to thank our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. The A's make the call to the bullpen as well, and it is Dylan Weaver on the mound now for the A's. William Roberts will go 4 innings. The first pitch from Weaver to Harbison is a ball. That one splits the plate, evens the count at 1 apiece. Dylan Weaver comes into tonight's contest having pitched 16 innings so far this season for the A's, making his 9th appearance overall for the A's. All of his work out of the bullpen. Currently 2-2 the count to Harbison as the Angels are making now their 3rd trip around the batting order. Harbison takes that pitch and sends it in the gap out into right field, the leadoff runner aboard for the Angels. So that will bring in Caleb Allball. Allball 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Dylan Weaver last pitched against the Hayes Larks. Took the loss in that game. Game was one where the A's, in a close one, saw a ball that got lost in the air that night that dropped in center field. That was the difference as the Hayes Arcs won that one. 1-0 the count to Caleb Allball. Throw in is outside, and 2-0 the count now. Nobody out, runner on first. So Dylan Weaver against the Hayes Arcs that night not only took the loss, 1 run, 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. Overall on the season, Dylan Weaver has a collective ERA of 8.438. One outside again, and now 3-0 for Caleb Allball. A 4-pitch walk will put runners on first and second for the Angels with nobody out. That brings in Drew Sackett. Sackett 2 for 2, a double and a triple so far in this game. Catcher Duran opting to get rid of his sunglasses as the sun beginning the process of setting here at Cavalier Field. Lights are on. Shadows starting to stream across the field. Weaver delivers a big swing and a miss, and down in the count, 0-1 is Sackett. That one delivered outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Sackett will step out. Step back in. Weaver's got his sign and come set. 1-1 delivery outside. Now 2-1. Three and one now to Drew Sackett. Sackett is hit by pitch, and that will load the bases, and we're going to have a mound visit from Coach Woodruff. Peter Goldie steps in with bases loaded to face Dylan Weaver. First pitch he sees is a ball. Goldie sends that pitch high and out of play, evens the count at 1 apiece. Nobody out, bases loaded for the Angels, top of the 5th. A's leading 7-1. That one catches the outer part of the zone and down in the count 1-2. Strikeout for Peter Goldie, and now 1 away. Goldie goes down looking, and that will bring in Noah Vogel. Vogel 0 for 2 in this game. Grounded out his both times he's been up. So the A's trying to get out of this one with no damage done. Vogel with the half-hearted swing and fouls that one off down the third base line. Down in the count 0-1. Fouled off again and down in the count quickly, 0-2. And that sends some of the youth scrambling as return a foul ball here at Cavalier Field, you get $1. Weaver comes set. Delivers the 0-2, is hit on the ground, 2 second, throw to short. Throw to first is in time, and that will end the inning. The A's get out of a bases-loaded jam, and we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. A's leading 7-1. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome in to the bottom of the fifth. Pitching carousel continues for the Angels as it is now Hayden Irwin on the mound. Irwin on to face the leadoff hitter, Arubio Duran. Duran 1-for-1 in this game, laid down a bunt his last time up. And now in the count, even at 1 apiece. Some high clouds starting to filter in from the west. Make for what could be a very scenic sunset here at Cavalier Field. 2-1 the count to Ruby Duran. He makes contact and sends that pitch out to first base in a foot race between Duran and Goldie. It is Goldie with a little more speed, able to send Duran back to the dugout, 1 away for the A's. So that will bring in Kyle Morell. Morell 0-for in this game, walked on his last time up. Morell will take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Action occurring still in the bullpen for the Game Day Angels. This feels like one of those games where the Angels are going to throw everything they've got to try to win this one. A's leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Kyle Morell makes contact, a lazy fly ball that will be played off the hop out in left field, and runner on for the A's. That will bring in Ryan Davis. Davis 0-for-2, grounded out his last time up. Davis will face the right-handed Irwin. Takes the first pitch he sees. It's sent out into left field. Played off 2 hops, and runners now at first and second for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Angelo Zazzarino. And Zazzarino 0-for-2 in this game. Hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Zazzarino at one time was leading the A's in batting average at over 500. Currently, coming into tonight's contest, Zazzarino hitting .353 on the season, .429 on base percentage. Zazzarino now in the count at 2-0. Runners at first and second for the A's with only 1 away. That one, they say, catches the inner part of the zone, and now 2-1 the count to Angelo Zazzarino. Irwin set, delivers. That one's outside, but swung on and missed. Is now 2-2. Not sure what Zazzarino was swinging at, but that was no doubt a ball. That one inside, and full count now for Angelo Zazzarino. So we will see a payoff pitch from Hayden Irwin. Irwin delivers that one inside, and that will load the bases for the Dodge City A's with 1 away. That brings in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez 1-for-2 on the evening. Hit into an error his last time up. Hayden Irwin pitched against the A's in the 13-8 loss back on the 17th. Went a 10th of an inning. or rather a third of an inning, I should say. Threw a total of 3 pitches in that game and faced 1 batter. So now 2-1, the count to Andrew Ramirez. So Nerwin facing the Dodge City A's for the second time in this series. 2-2, now the count for Andrew Ramirez, bases loaded and 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, A's leading this game 7-1. Ramirez twists around and fouls that one off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Kyle Morell at third, Ryan Davis at second, Angelo Zazzarino at first, and now a full count to Andrew Ramirez. The payoff pitch swung on and popped up, and out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That ball fielded right in front of the Angels dugout. The Angels in the first base dugout here at Cavalier Field, and that will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval replacing the injured Roberto Gonzalez after he banged into the outfield wall. Sandoval, first pitch for a strike, takes that one for a ball to even the count at 1 apiece. Matthew Sandoval comes into tonight hitting .288 on the season, .395 on base percentage, and now in the count at 2-1, 2 away for the A's, bases loaded. That one's popped up and will go foul and evens the count at 2 apiece. Matthew Sandoval also leading the team in runs scored with 19. He takes that one. It is a foul ball that lands just outside of the base path, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. That ball was headed straight down the line, but twisted foul and dropped about a foot outside the line. We'll do it over again. So the 2-2 delivery from Hayden Irwin. That one's swung on and hit out into right field, and not able to get to it is Harbison, and that will score. That is a bases clearing RBI double for Matthew Sandoval. And the A's now lead this game 10-1. So a bases clearing RBI double, and that will bring in Jacob Klanovsky with 2 away and add 3 more RBIs on to the total for Matthew Sandoval. And Klanovsky will step in. He's hitting .357 on the season, .417 on base percentage. Pitch is driven right back up at the pitcher, Nerwin. It goes off of his feet and out into center field, and runner on first, and A's now leading 11-1. brings in Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan 0 for 2 in this game. He flew out his last time up. O'Sullivan, 333 on the season, 419 on base percentage. O'Sullivan also leading the team in a couple of categories as well. Takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. So O'Sullivan is leading the team in hits with 25. I believe also leading the team in home runs with 4. O'Sullivan in the count at 2-0. That pitch catches the outer corner for strike number 1. The A's. O'Sullivan even in the count now, 2 apiece. The A's scored 3 in the first, 4 in the third, and now 4 in the fifth to give us our 11. The lone run for the Angels come in the third. Full count to Brendan O'Sullivan, runner on first for the A's. 2 outs. Payoff pitch from Nerwin. Swung on and fouled off, and we'll do the payoff over again. So it is the catcher, Arubio Duran, that is leading the team in contact rate at .917, and Brendan O'Sullivan will go down looking on a called strike on the outside part. That will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. A's are going to take this opportunity to thank our double sponsors: Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, and Farm Bureau Wealth Management and C. Fragon. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Dylan Weaver on the mound now for his second inning of work. Faces Van Hodges. Hodges down in the count now, 1-2. Duran popped up thinking that pitch called a ball on the outside edge with strike number 3. Nonetheless, called a ball, and we're going to do the 1-2 over again. Two and two, now the count to Van Hodges. He's 0 for 2 in this game, flew out both times he's been at the plate. And that will get Hodges looking, and one away for the Angels. That will bring in Joe Fender. Fender 0 for in this game as well, was hit by pitch and walked on. Fender takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off, and down in the count 0-1. Abaugh scored the lone run for the Angels back in the top of the third. Got on a single, moved over to third base. Or no, came around and scored on a triple from Drew Sackett. So 1-1, the count to Joe Fender. That went in and catches the outer edge of the zone for strike number 2. The 1-2 delivery from Weaver. Fouled off at the third base dugout, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. One, two misses outside, and now 2-2. Fireworks being shot off past the outfield by the local community to our north of Cavalier Field. Weaver delivers. Went inside, and a full count now to Joe Fender. The payoff pitch. Dylan Weaver hit down the line, a foot race between Weaver and Fender, and it's Weaver coming up with the win on that one, and now 2 away for the Angels. That will bring in Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan 0 for 2 in this game. A strikeout and flew out his last time up. Pitch hit on the ground, fielded by Ramirez at short. Throw over to first was in time, and that will end the inning for the Angels. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. The A's leading 11-1. It will be Tyler Tobey, Arubiel Duran, and Kyle Morell due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the bottom of the sixth, and the pitching carousel continuing for the game day Angels as they send Ryan Depew to the mound. He will face Tyler Toby, leading off for the A's. Depew pitched in last night's game. The first pitch, actually 2-0 now the count to Tyler Toby. Depew went 1 inning last night, faced 6 batters, and a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Toby, and the leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Rubio Duran. Duran 1 for 2 in this game, grounded out his last time up. That is Ruby Duran at the plate for the A's. Duran in to face Depew. Depew with the first pitch catches the outer edge of the zone for strike number 1. We're going to get a different ball, and 0-1 the count for Duran. That one is fouled off and out of play over the clubhouse, and 0-2 now to Ruby Duran. That one well over the head of Duran and brings the count to 1-2. The Angels will have 3 more outs in the top of the 7th to try to extend this game. If not, the run rule will be invoked, and Duran fouls that one off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. So the A's will be in action tomorrow night. We'll make the trip down to Liberal for the 4th of July game. That pitch in and bounces and moves Tyler Toby over to second base on a wild pitch. So 2-2 the count now to Duran. So after the A's travel to Liberal tomorrow, they will be back here at Cavalier Field for a league matchup against the Hayes Larks on Wednesday. By my count, there are 14 games left in the regular season. After tonight, 12 of those will be played right here at Cavalier Field. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch coming from Ryan Depew to Rubio Duran. Duran will foul that one off back over the press box. Ninth pitch of the at-bat for Duran. That one hit on the ground at third, and no play to be made. We'll put runners on first and second for the A's. Fender fielded and pulled his arm back as he was planning to fire over to first, but no play available. Runners on first and second now. So that will bring in Kyle Morell. And the A's send Izzy out as the courtesy runner for Duran. Kyle Morell, 1 for 1 in this game, singled his last time up. Now even in the count at 1 apiece. Morell sends that one over out of play just outside the beer garden. Strike number 2. 1-2 the count to Kyle Morell. That one in and catches the outer edge, and Morell will go down looking. Now 1 away for the A's. That brings in Ryan Davis. Davis 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. So Ryan Davis hitting .306 on the season, .348 on base percentage. First pitch he sees is a ball. Two and one, the count now to Ryan Davis. Three and one. Depew working that outer edge. Just not able to maintain the zone. That one comes back inside and misses, and that will load the bases for the Dodge City A's with 1 away. That will bring in Angelo Zazzarino. Zazzarino 0 for 2, and he walked on his last time up, and we're going to have a mound visit from the Angels staff. The A's with bases loaded. The A's had bases loaded in the third. And again in the fifth. And it was Matthew Sandoval that hit that bases clearing RBI double. He himself came around to score on a single from Jacob Klanovsky. So Angelo Zazzarino at bat. He takes the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Now 2-0 for Angelo Zazzarino. Pitch misses inside, sends Zazzarino scrambling backwards, and 3-0. Angelo can be selective now in a hitter's count. He takes a big swing and a miss, and strike number 1. Three and one. That one will catch the outer edge of the zone, and a full count now to Zazzarino. Payoff pitch from Depew. Swung on and missed, and Zazzarino goes down on strikes, and that will bring in Andrew Ramirez. He flew out. A pop foul to the first base dugout, his last time up. Andrew Ramirez hitting .209 on the season Takes the first pitch he sees. It's headed out into left field, and it is a grand slam home run for Andrew Ramirez. A grand slam that lands just to the right of the 348 mark here at Cavalier Field. The A's now lead this game 15-1. I wasn't sure that ball was gone, but it went, and that is like the punctuation mark for this game for the A's. Let me look. That is Andrew Ramirez's first home run of the season for the Dodge City A's, and it is a grand slam. In other league news, the Liberal BJs take down the Denver Cougars tonight 12-0. So Matthew Sandoval now into bat, even in the count at 1 apiece. The A's leading this one 15-1, and now 2-1 the count to Matthew Sandoval. Strike 2 evens the count at 2 apiece. That pitch bounces in the turf ahead of home plate, now 3-2. That one up high, now payoff pitch misses. Runner aboard for the A's, and that will bring in Jacob Klanovsky. Klanovsky is 3 for 4 on the evening. He has hit a double and 2 singles. We're going to have a mound visit and a pitching change from the Angels. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. The new pitcher for the Game Day Angels is Van Hodges. So the Angels are sacrificing their DH. That will bring in Carson Wright. So the A is going to make a pinch hitting change in the DH as well, and that will bring in Carson Wright. So Wright will step in for his first at bat of the game, and the first pitch he sees from Hodges catches the outer part of the zone for strike number one. Carson Wright hitting .091 on the season, having played in just 5 games. That one bounces, falls in for a hit out in right field, and Matthew Sandoval moved over to second and now over at third on the throw, and runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan is 0 for 3 in this game. Struck out looking his last time up. He takes the first pitch. He sees it's popped up high. It's going to land right at the corner of the stands. Foul for strike number one. That sends kids scrambling for that one. Like I said, here at Cavalier Field, they can return it to the concession stand and get $1. So one kid come up with that, and he's going to go claim his prize. That one hit foul, and now down in the count 0-2. Hodges misses to the inside, and now 1-2 to Brendan O'Sullivan. The A's leading this one 15-1. That ball's hit right at the third baseman. Not able to come up with it, and that will put runners at first and second. An RBI single for Brendan O'Sullivan. So that will bring in Tyler Tobey. The A's now leading 16-1. Tobey 1 for 3 in this game. Walked on his last time up. Tyler Tobey hitting .269 with a .347 on-base percentage. Tobey has scored 10 runs and driven in 2. First pitch he sees is a ball. He'll take that one. It's popped up high in the air. It's headed out into center field, and it drops in for a hit. That will score another one, and Carson Wright comes in to score, and the A's now leading 17-1. So runners on the corners for the A's. That brings in Duran. Duran singled his last time up. The A's have scored 6 so far here in the bottom of the 6th. With 2 out now. A big swing and a miss from Duran, and he's down in the count 0-1. Hodges working from the third base side of the rubber. Duran makes contact. It's out into left center field. That will score another. The A's now leading 18-1. So Duran will run for himself. Actually, Duran is going to come off, and Brock Denbo will go run as the courtesy runner. So Denbo on the base for Duran. And Izzy substituting for the right fielder Kyle Morell. Izzy takes the first pitch he sees, and it's down the third base line. It goes fair. A 3-run home run for Izzy. The A's are piling it on. So the A's now leading this one 21-1. The A's have scored 10 in the bottom of the sixth. Pretty safe to say that the A's will take this game on run rule in the bottom of the seventh. You don't want to take too many things for granted, but Ryan Davis coming into bat. He is 1 for 3 on this game. There seems to be some confusion. So they were looking for a baseball after 2 home run balls in this inning and multiple foul balls. First pitch to Davis inside for a strike. The A's led off the inning with Tyler Tobey. He walked on. Rubio Duran singled. Ryan Davis walked on to load the bases, and a grand slam from Ramirez. Then Matthew Sandoval walked on, followed by a single from Carson Wright, a single from Brendan O'Sullivan. Tyler Tobey walked on. So Ryan Davis grounds out on the throw from the shortstop, Caleb Albaugh. That will end the inning for the A's. The A's, we are headed to the top of the seventh. A's leading 21-1. We'll be back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. So the A's and the Angels in the top of the seventh. A's leading 21-1, and Connor Camden at bat. He will face Dylan Weaver out for his third inning of work. Camden takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off for strike number 1. Swing and a miss, and Camden now down in the count 0-2 And the Angels down to their last 3 outs to score 11 runs to try to extend this ball game. That pitch misses outside for ball number 1. In case you're just joining in, the A's scored 3 in the first, 4 in the third, 4 in the fifth, 10 in the sixth to lead us to the 21-1 result that we are currently at. That ball misses outside, now 2-2 to Connor Camden. Good to see the A's having a short memory after dropping last night's game 12-0. Payoff pitch from Dylan Weaver. Contact made and popped up. It's headed out of play as it bounces off the top of the dugout. We'll do the payoff over again. Payoff pitch. Sent foul down the third base side. 2 straight foul balls on payoff pitches for Connor Camden. Payoff pitch misses inside, and the leadoff runner aboard for the Angels. That will bring in James Harbison. Harbison 1 for 3 in this game, singled his last time up. That pitch bounces in front of the plate for ball number 1. Two and 0 the count to James Harbison, and that pitch is fouled off. Brings the count to 2-1. Harbison sends that pitch right back up the middle. The speedy Camden digging for third. So now runners at second and third for the Angels with nobody out. So that brings in Caleb Albaugh. Albaugh is 1 for 2 in this game, walked on his last time up. First pitch catches the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Big swing and a miss, and strike number 2 for Caleb Albaugh. Albaugh is the lone Angel that has scored in this game. One misses low, now 1-2 to Albaugh. Weaver with the 1-2 delivery. Fouled off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. Appeal down to the field umpire, and they say he did not go. 2-2 now to Caleb Albaugh. The 2-2 delivery from Weaver. Just misses to the outside and low. A full count for Caleb Albaugh. Swung on and sent down the first base side, but foul, and we'll do the full count over again. Angels have had runners aboard in every inning but the sixth. Albaugh will foul that one off back and over the press box. Weaver delivers that one, catches the inner part of the plate for strike number 3, and a strikeout to Caleb Albaugh. Out number 1 for the Game Day Angels, and that will bring in Drew Sackett. Sackett is 2 for 2 in this game. He was hit by pitch his last time up. So Sackett will face Dylan Weaver. Sackett a double and a triple in this game. He drove in Albaugh, the lone run for the Angels. Ball number 1 delivered inside, and 1-0 now to Drew Sackett. The 1-0 delivery outside, 2-0. Coach Woodruff going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher, Weaver. We'll take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors: Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap, LC, John Wilkerson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, and Julian Manuel Garcia. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, after that mound visit is broke up, we're going to resume play, and Drew Sackett steps in, 2-0 in the count. Pitch catches his own, and strike number 1. Lots of fireworks occurring around the outfield of Cavalier. Sackett pops that one up. Toby giving chase and called for by Izzy. A collision out in right field, but a sac fly that scores Connor Camden, and out number 2 for the Angels. So that will bring in Peter Goldie. with 2 away and runner on second for the Game Day Angels. The Angels trailing in this game 21-2. A lazy fly ball that drops in right center field, and that will score another one as Peter Goldie is on with an RBI single. So runner on first with 2 away, the Angels trailing 21-3. That will bring in Noah Vogel. Vogel 0 for 3 in this game, has grounded out every time he's been at bat. That pitch in and low, and ball number 1. Want to know the count to Noah Vogel. Big swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 apiece. The A's leading this one 21-3. Have out hit the Angels 16-7. Fouled off is Noah Vogel, and down in the count 1-2. One, two delivery from Weaver. He comes set. Catches the outer part of the zone, and that will end the game. Vogel goes down on strikes, and the A's take this one 21-3. So that ends the game. The A's split the series with the Angels 2-2 after the A's dropped last night 12-0. They take this one 21-3. Your final game numbers. We'll take a look at them. For the Game Day Angels, 3 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors. They strand 7. The A's 21 runs, 16 hits, no errors. They strand 4. The win will go to Dylan Weaver. The loss goes to Hunter Beindorf. The Angels used 6 pitchers in this game, so that is a wrap from Cavalier Field. I am Justin Hergert. I've been alongside Ben Smedshammer and Michael Widener saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. You've been listening to A's Baseball.